I've had this set of Frogg Toggs for about 18 months. I've probably hiked close to 600 miles in this rain jacket. So I thought I would just give you a quick recap as to how it has done. Let's go. Hello, Russ here, bringing you the best tips and inspiration for hiking around the world. If all of that sounds right up your street, then do consider hitting that subscribe button below for more content just on that every single week. Okay, so about a year ago, I did a good review of my Frogg Toggs. Absolutely love them. Couldn't fault them for the price. They were about 18 quid on Amazon. So just keep that in mind on this video. Keep in mind how cheap these things are. You get them as a set. I'll put a link up here in one of these corners to the full review, but this isn't a full review. This is just a quick recap to show you all of the damage that has happened to these things and how well they have fared up. As you can see, I'm wearing the rain jacket right now. This does come as a set with a set of trousers, but I don't actually have those anymore. About 6 months ago, I was walking with them in the rain, and I sat down and I just put a huge tear through the crotch of them, and they were just completely gone. When I was on the Pacific Crest Trail, when I was at Mount Laguna, I went to the Mount Laguna Lodge to stay there. Bumped into a couple of guys, this guy named Sven. I quickly jumped to a cliff. He ripped his trousers clean in half, and he actually managed to sew them back up while he was in the lodge. So this is Sven. What have you done, Sven?
I've just made my rain pants.
So Sven split his Frogg Toggs in half. And now he's actually sewing them back together. It's amazing. We got Gong here. He's a fashion designer, would you believe? And he's freaking fixing them as well. It's so good. So that was pretty hilarious. And I did say to him, mate, I had the exact same issue with the trousers. If you do get these and you're wearing the trousers, just make sure that you lift the legs up closer to your waist when you sit down, because otherwise they will just give and they'll completely split in half. So I don't have the trousers anymore, but I still do have the jacket. I'm just going to take it off now, and I'm just going to kind of show you a few of the bits that I've noticed over the many miles and months that I've had this thing that have happened. So these are made out of like a polypropylene coated material. They almost look like they are disposable, but really they're not. The one thing that you're going to notice when you first get your hands on these is that it's not very durable. You can tell that just by looking at it, but again, keep in mind the price is very important. These are actually very waterproof and they've lasted me absolutely ages. They don't stay waterproof forever, but that all depends on how you're going to treat these things. For the price, again, I found that this was an absolutely fantastic jacket, and for its weight as well. It's incredibly light. The jacket itself only weighs 161 grams, which is like incredibly light for what you're getting, and it's insanely packable material. It almost feels like a tissue paper. It's really weird. But anyway, let's go over some of the damage, because it's really important to show you like the kind of wear and tear points. So one of the main things that's happened is where you've got this like bit on the hood where the drawstring is, the hole that's there, it's just kind of started to come apart. Like a hole has started to kind of grow, and the actual coating on the fabric has started to come off quite significantly. That's also happening on the other side as well. If I just flip that over, right there, you're getting a lot of wear and tear around there. And that's probably just where I've been like drawing the drawstring in and tightening up the hood, retightening it, taking it off, putting it under some strain. So yeah, that's kind of one of the main weakness points on the hood. Most of the material is absolutely fine on the outside. It's only a few little spots that have got some serious damage. Dun, 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 dun. As you can see, a massive gaping hole there. That probably happened when I got it caught on a thorn or a rock or something like that, and it's just torn a hole straight through it. So if you're going on a walk and you know there's going to be a bit of bushwhacking or some kind of like dense forest with loads of thorns, definitely take this thing off and put something else that's a little bit more hard wearing on if you've got something else to wear. But yeah, like massive gaping hole. There's a few tiny little holes that have come up on this jacket just from like other thorns and things, but if it weren't for that hole, this thing would still be pretty waterproof. If I hold this jacket up to the light, you can see all the way around the kind of hem area, especially where it's been underneath my hip belt. Loads of little tiny holes have started to develop as well. So yeah, like after so many miles, this thing is probably about 60% as waterproof as it was when I first got it. Just over time, that coating has started to wear down, and little tiny microscopic holes are going to start letting some water
it in. The inside, however, is actually really good. The lining's actually quite soft. I'm not really sure what material the lining is. It's really cheap, but the only wear and tear that I can see is on the right shoulder where my strap was for my backpack, and that's just kind of really abraded that down over time, but it's still looking pretty good. The heat sealing on the seams is still really strong. The patches on the armpits are still really good. Yeah, the inside is still pretty good. Would I be wearing this jacket still as a waterproof shell? Probably not. It's definitely time to think about getting a new set of Frogg Toggs, but what I've learned from this first pair is that they do last really long for their weight and for their price. They are extremely waterproof when you first get them, but so long as you take care of the Frogg Toggs, they'll take care of you. Definitely don't be wearing these on hikes where you know there's going to be a lot of high amounts of abrasion, and definitely take good care of the trousers. Make sure that you lift them up before you sit down, or you'll have the same problem that me and Sven did. I'll probably still use this as a windbreaking jacket if I knew it's definitely not going to be raining and I really wanted to save some weight, and I didn't want to buy a brand new jacket which cost loads of money. Yeah, it would probably still work as a windbreak, but it definitely ain't waterproof anymore. Okay, so that is basically the end of my recap on my Frogg Toggs after so many miles at that price. Couldn't go wrong with those. I definitely will be taking a lot more care of my new ones when I get a new pair. Campfire question: what is the best and cheapest rain gear that you know of? Let us know in the comments section below. The trail hunter community would love to hear from you. Okay everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it, and I'll see you in the next one.